Catwoman number 6, Joëlle Jones, both the writing and art. This is the end of the first arc, the Copycats arc, and it is almost entirely an action scene of Catwoman going through the mansion to get to the villain, taking out her guards or the corrupt cop, her son at one point, who ends up getting accidentally killed in the final confrontation. It's a very quick read, this issue, because it is just all action. There's a lot of 2-page layouts of Catwoman like hitting things, and it looks pretty nice. Like, it looks good because of that. Because Joëlle Jones is great.
Art, Joëlle Jones, but the story I was not digging because I had to go back to issue 5 and remember how that ended.
Mm-hmm.
Because this didn't feel like that was a follow-up. Like, I know she was going to the mansion and she was upset because of stuff with her sister, but this just felt kind of messy in that way.
Yeah, because she got captured, right, and then she broke out at the end of the issue.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Does Connor read Catwoman? Because I wasn't sure if he was going to. He didn't.
No, I looked at it and went, I don't want to.
Yeah, it's kind of. It's my least favorite of the issues, just because I liked how they built up the villain, and I can't even remember her name right now. But
here's the thing for me in terms of why I chose not to read it is, if a book's bad, but I feel like I've got something to say about it, I'll read it and be like, no, it's these things. But with this, I've not been enjoying it for a few issues now, and I probably only really liked the first couple, and even then I had problems. I don't want to just every issue, which is why I'm probably not going to read this again. Is just I don't want to sit here every issue and just be like, yeah, I didn't really like it. I haven't got anything constructive to add.
Yeah.
No, and that's fair. I have been enjoying it, and this one was just like, it was just an action scene, but it felt kind of messy, and I still don't know why the villain had all the copycat. Like, this was called Copycats, and I still don't know why that was part of it.
It was such a minor part of the overall plot that it doesn't. I don't understand why it was there either. I enjoyed this show well enough because it's mostly just nice art during the action sequence, and as that, it's pretty solid. I think the problems I have with it would probably be more of, okay, if I look at the arc as a whole, what did we accomplish in the arc? And I don't know if we accomplished anything really.
No, and like I like the whole idea of the villain. Like, she has this whole drug ring set up as the governor's wife, so she gets away with it under his nose, and then he finds out and she has to get rid of him. So now she's acting as governor.
Yeah, the only real plot beats is that now Selina's sister's living with her, and that's it.
Yeah,
that is the only thing that they've really set up.
Yeah, and the villain sworn vengeance for the death of her son, and the crooked cop is in jail.
Yes, he's been caught.
So. Like, stuff happened, but it doesn't feel consistent with the rest of the story. It almost feels like a rush job. It was like, well, I got to tie up these threads, and here they go. Because this felt like this arc could have gone on.
Yeah, I feel like this should have been at least 2 issues longer. We should have spent more time setting up the motivations of the villain, things like that. It feels kind of, I don't know, very surface level at its current point, which is a shame. Because, like I say, it wasn't a bad read. It was a quick read. The action looked good.
Yeah.
I just felt like we're done with this arc already. It just feels like
it wasn't so much a bad read as much as it was a disappointing read. So, and also we found out this week that Jones is not going to continue to draw it. She's only going to be scripting, so she's done as of the next issue.
Yeah, she'll be off art.
7, which is kind of why I was here for that. So I'll give issue 8, the first one that she, to see where the story goes. And if it doesn't kind of ship up before that, I was kind of there for the art. I'll probably just drop it.
No, Matt, what are you rating it?
It's a 5.
I'm going to be slightly more positive. I still think it was a nice read because of, I think it flowed well, I think the art was good. So I'm going to give it a 6. But I think my disappointment with it comes more from just, wait, that was the arc? That was it? Like, there wasn't more to it?
And then that's where a lot of my 5 comes from, because the art is great. Like, it's a great action sequence, but,
Yeah, I mean, you want a good conclusion to any story, though, right? If that lets you down, that can...
Here's the weird thing. I don't even think the conclusion's bad. I think it just didn't do enough with the villains before we got to this conclusion.
Yeah. Well, there's the term stick the landing, and this is, you didn't stick the landing, you landed with a thud. Like, sure, you made it off the building.
Well, again, I would say, no, the landing is fine. It just, you jumped too quick. You jump.
Sure.
You jumped to that, that landing
missing
point.
half the routine.
Yes, you missed half
Yeah.
the routine and just landed. It was kind of weird.